of Butte American and Universal Athletics. Once again, this is a Butte versus Butte fight, so this is for you guys. And like I said before, you're the best fans in the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, out of the blue corner, fighting Shaq Anderson.
Jim, I've had the privilege to watch this guy fight 3 fights. His striking is really good. His jiu-jitsu is really good. He's a solid, well-rounded fighter. He's a very young guy, but he's an up-and-coming for sure. He hasn't fought anyone real significant yet. This is going to be a good test for him tonight to see where he's really at.
Definitely will be a good test. Shaq LeCoure is definitely a game fighter, and he's had a lot of tough fights as well.
Sunshine Shaq LeCoure.
Shaq's had a lot of experience. He's had 10 fights in the last few years. Usually puts on a pretty good show. His base is wrestling and boxing, so he feels pretty comfortable in both spots, standing and grappling on the ground. I really expect to see a good fight tonight. I think this is a great matchup.
Shaq says he wants to keep it standing. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm excited for this fight. This is one of the fights I really wanted to watch. I want to see Zach get tested a little bit, and I think Shaq is the guy to really test him. And Shaq's got the Streets of Butte posse with him. Another Butte matchup, the Lion Pit versus Streets of Butte.
Crosstown rivalry here, Jim.
Yes, it is.
You can't beat that.
Not only are you guys the greatest fight fans in the state, you guys produce some pretty darn good fighters. Butte, Montana! Butte, Montana! Okay, bout number 11, once again, is brought to you by the Copper City CrossFit and the Butte Depot, home of our after party. Everybody wants to meet your fighter. Get over to the Butte Depot for the after party. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness our co-main event of the evening. This will be three 4-minute rounds in the 170-pound division. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing the Lions Pit, hailing from Butte, Montana, Shaq Anderson. And fighting out of the red corner, also heralding from Butte, Montana, representing the Streets of Butte. Give it up for Sunshine Shaq LeCoure.
This could be an exciting fight.
Definitely got the crowd behind this one.
This is our co-main event.
Zach is very well rounded. Says he's comfortable going to the ground, standing up. It doesn't matter. Shaq really wants to keep it standing. right
down.
off the bat. Shaq takes him down. He needs to control him. Zach's got great jiu-jitsu. He has got real good. His jiu-jitsu is very high level. He's keeping that hook in, keeping Shaq from passing into that mount position. Sweeps him. Still got that guard, good guard retention. And he's pretty offensive in that guard. Shaq needs to get out of that. He's in that guillotine. All Zach has to do is stretch him out a little bit. I don't know where his arm's at. I can't tell from here.
Shaq is driving in. He is fighting that that guillotine.
There he goes. He's being smart. Being smart there. Inching his way up. Needs to pass Zach's guard. Zach needs to be proactive in that guard. There he goes.
That's a nice
Good.
sweep right there. Right into side control.
His jiu-jitsu is good. He's got high-level jiu-jitsu for an amateur. Shaq needs to crawl up that cage and get back up.
Absolutely.
Oh, now he's got his back. Body lock. Look for Zach to work for that choke. Oh, he's got his chin under. Oh.
Look at that switch. That was really, really awesome.
His jiu-jitsu is extremely good.
Shaq wants to get his weight now to the other side because of the way the body lock is right now. But Zach is so quick at switching that.
When you're in that body lock, it's miserable.
It is.
It's rib crushing, takes all your breath away from you, gasses you. Zach's just being
Look
patient.
At that. Another switch. Did you see that? Zach is fast.
It's great display of jiu-jitsu right here.
Shaq really needs to get rid of that body lock.
It's only a matter.
He's fighting two battles right now, Jim.
He is. That body lock just sucks the life out of you. Zach needs to really dig. Shaq's defending well, but he needs to dig and make an opening and finish this fight.
Be interesting to see what Zach does here.
I want to see him give up that position. Still got up. Oh, he still got that back.
Nice recovery by Zach.
Great display of jiu-jitsu. Keeping those hooks in, controlling them. Really dominating this fight with his jiu-jitsu.
Shaq's in some serious trouble here. He really needs to start moving on the bottom and start trying to get his guard back.
Shaq's been in this position and he's come back from this. But Zach is relentless. He's stuck on his back. He's just waiting for the right time and waiting for that choke. Saved by the bell.
I think we got ourselves a fight here, Jim.
We do. Shaq really needs to keep this one standing. The ground is where Zach is comfortable with. He said, when I talked to him before the fights, he said he was comfortable on the ground. He's comfortable standing. He's comfortable against the cage. This guy's a mixed martial artist. He's obviously a high level of his jiu-jitsu. He's a blue belt under Flavio Bearing, and his jiu-jitsu is outstanding for an amateur.
Number 12, brought to you by the Butte GM, the Butte American and Universal Athletics.
Shaq's corner should be telling him not to get to the cage and keep it standing, circle, and use angles and use that striking. That's what he's good at.
He certainly doesn't want to give Zach any breathing room.
First round, let's get him going for the second round, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen to this crowd, Joe.
They're behind them both tonight, that's for sure.
Here we go, round number 2.
Zach is good on his feet as well. He's just very comfortable and relaxed.
Well, I don't know if that's a good move for Shaq. I really don't.
He's really got to be proactive. He's got to be moving. If he gives any space to Zach, Zach capitalizes on every opportunity. He needs to posture up.
He needs to posture up and close that gap between the hips right now. Zach is really good at creating space between those hips and working for submissions like he is right now.
And he's got a very offensive guard. Very offensive guard. Trying to keep that head in. Setting up the triangle. Setting up the triangle. Good triangle setup. Shaq still got his hand in. He possibly can still breathe a little bit, but boy, he's got it locked. He's got his hand in though.
He's in a bad spot right now.
He is. Good control.
Nice transition. Very nice transition.
Good control. I'm really. Oh!
What a reversal. Shaq has got some serious heart.
Shaq's got his back now. Oh, body
and
lock.
Body lock. Wow. What a fight we have tonight.
That was amazing. That was truly amazing. You just never know.
Zach is certainly getting tested tonight, Jim.
Yes, for sure.
I would say that's giving him a little bit of his own medicine right now.
He really needs to dig and get that neck. Lift his chin up, sink that choke in. Zach's getting tested tonight. Shaq's really putting a hurting on him now.
Zach is actually in a little bit of trouble right now. Those shots might not look like much, but when you're at this point in a fight, they do count.
He needs to set it up and slide an arm in under his chin. I don't know how much longer. This is where Shaq should finish it. Posture up and throw bombs.
And the back again, Jim. This is serious trouble.
What a comeback by Shaq LeCoure. Amazing. That was a great fight. Shaq has heart. He was getting beat. Shaq was getting beat. And he comes back and wins the fight.
That was an incredible fight. Wow.
Definitely, this was a step up in competition for Zach Anderson. Streets of Butte walks away with another victory. Good fight. I could say that was probably the fight of the night. Wouldn't you say that, Joe?
I agree 100%. That was a very, very technical fight, a very exciting fight. Kept you on your toes the whole time. I'd like to see that fight again.
I would definitely like to see that fight again. Yeah, I want to see LeCoure Anderson too.
Once again, we'd like to
for sure.
the UGM, the Butte American and Universal Athletics, for bringing you this exciting fight. Ladies and gentlemen, 3:27 of the second round. TKO Beauty Strikes. The winner of the red corner, Sunshine Shaq LeCoure. Let's give Zach a nice round of applause too. Just a hell of a fight. Both these guys.
That just goes to show you anything can happen in MMA.
That's right. And both of these guys are highly skilled fighters. Zach just looking confident. Confident with the striking, confident with the ground. But Shaq just did not give in. Zach could not break Shaq. Shaq was in trouble the majority of this fight. Come back, pull out the win. Zach using his offensive guard, set up that triangle here. Zach does have great jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he does. And Shaq has phenomenal heart. I can't, he hung in there through some pretty tough stuff. Pretty impressive.
Both of these guys have a great future. They stick with what they're doing. There's that triangle setup. Beautiful triangle setup. Shaq's got his arm in.
That's really what saved him in this. Don't you agree, Jim?
Yeah. If Shaq didn't have that hand in, I believe he would have tapped to that triangle. But he's playing smart. Shaq knows he's been in this position before. Right here, this is
still a nice transition from Zach.
Exactly.
Taking the back there.
But Shaq never giving up. Always.
Look at Shaq use the cage.
Yeah, moving that right into mount. Or right into taking the back.
That was beautiful.
Definitely fight of the night here. Look at that. Beautiful. And then just relentless punches. Just relentless punches by Shaq after he gets this body lock. Not a lot of offense or defense going on by Zach during this time. Zach should have been working to get out of this position. It's hard, but should have been more proactive on getting out of the position. Shaq was able to dominate with that body lock. Once you're in that body lock, that position is extremely excruciating when you're in it. Just takes all your air. Between that and the punches, I thought maybe Shaq would have tried more for the rear naked choke.
It was certainly there a few times, especially being set up by all those strikes.
He was setting it up with the punches. I thought he would, because Zach was really giving him his chin, but he decided to finish with the punches. There's no defense going on here by Zach. It was a good call by Brett by stopping the fight. Even though there's not a lot of wind on those punches, they take their toll, and when you're not properly defending yourself, the fight's gonna end. And that's what happened in this case tonight. And this weird he could have had like a reverse guillotine body lock there. That would have been a neat finish, but goes to mount, and then this is where he finishes it.
All those little punches have just taken their toll. Zach just doesn't have anything left.
Nothing. Yeah. Good job, Shaq LeCoure. Streets of Butte. Good job, Zach.